Good morning, everyone. Well, good morning to everyone in Semivostok. That is because the sun is just coming up. It's a sunny, nice day in sunny Semivostok, and today we're getting a new little highway interchange show. So we're going to be working on this area right here. So if you're not familiar, there's a elevated highway that goes directly through Semivostok, connecting one side to the other. This is where it ends, and we're basically going to completely redo it, but we're also going to be implementing another connection. So currently there's 4 connections. We're going to make a 5th, and it's going to involve this boulevard right here. So this boulevard goes all the way through Semivostok as well, but it kind of randomly stops. And if we go in here, you can see it just stops there, and I'm kind of like, why did I do that? We should connect it to the highway. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. And yeah, hopefully everything turns out really well. There is a bit of congestion on this this elevated highway. So throughout this video, I'm going to be mentioning the highway, which is this long one that goes through like the outer areas, and then the elevated highway is the one there which goes through the actual city, and that's the one that is getting all of the congestion. And the issue is that they're going through the roundabouts there, and there's been too much traffic growth basically, and it's not really, the existing infrastructure can't really handle it, so we need to redo everything. Let's get into it. I'll explain it as I'm going, so let's go. Now, boys and girls, we are doing a voiceover because it is quite a big speed build. As I was doing this, I didn't really have an exact plan, so I was kind of just doing it and figuring it out on my own. It took a few hours. So what I've first done is just remove all the vegetation, and we're also going to flatten out the whole area because it's just easier to just, clear it right out, have a look exactly what we're working with. Now, one issue that we were having was we are right near that little, well, I don't know, would you call that a river right there? A creek? I'd probably call that a creek in Australia. But what I'm going to do is put up a little bit of a seawall along there just to make it look a little bit more refined and just well kept. I think it's going to look a lot neater anyway, and yeah, hopefully it just keeps everything in. But let's not mention this part right here when I actually flooded the whole city, but let's not talk about that one too much. Okay, so we're actually going to be continuing on with the existing boulevard. So that boulevard kind of just stopped there, and yeah, I thought eventually I should connect it to the highway. I put it off, and so here we go today. Now you can see that I am removing some of those tiny little connections right there because cars are going to be going in and out. It's not going to be good for heavy traffic flow. So what we're doing right here is I'm just putting the road straight through, just getting a general layout. So there is still going to be a road that goes directly from the boulevard, and there's also another road. I don't know if you guys are familiar. It's pretty well hidden. So it goes along the highway and it connects directly to the amusement park, which no one goes to. You can see it right there, and also goes to the airport. So I wanted to make sure that those ones are directly connected as well. So we're making a, would you call this an oval about instead of roundabout? Get it? Oval about. Let's just say oval about. No, let's just say roundabout. It's easier. Yeah, so the roundabout is going to be used for all of the local traffic. So the local traffic is traffic that goes from the highway directly to the boulevard. So we're not going to be mixing in any other traffic with it. So I'll just say that again, the ground roundabout is only for the local traffic. So keep that in mind. And then there's going to be a next level, and then the level above that is the highways. So there's still a lot to do. And you guys, I know some of you are going to hate this because it is so different. It's messy. But hey, if you want to see messy, look up Brisbane's interchange right near the city. That one is a beast. That one is really, really messy, but this one is also really all over the place. What made it interesting is that we do have limited space. We have the creek right there, we have the mountain, and we have all the buildings there. So we need to, kind of cram it all in. And I wanted to do something different. I don't want to just keep doing the same things over and over. So this roundabout along the bottom, it is going to have all the general connections. So the highway entrance and exits going on and off either way from all of these sides. But then you'll notice I start to update the connections and the highway lanes. So there's going to be a lot more connecting in and out, which you guys will see. So we'll just put down this connection as well. Sometimes it is annoying when it just doesn't do what you want it to do and it does weird angles. Sometimes it can be so annoying, but that's alright, that's alright. It's always easier to do the off-ramp because you can just do really steep lines coming straight down, doesn't really matter. But anyway, so you'll notice these highway slip lanes are very, very long because we're going to be dealing with a lot of traffic coming through here in and out. So having longer lanes coming on and off just makes it simpler, it makes it easier, and it doesn't make it crowd up as much and as easily. Yeah, you can try that in your own city and just see how it goes. But the longer the line is, the road is, the slip lanes, the better it is going to be. And I've also made these long for a certain reason. But before we get to that, we're going to flatten all of this out around here because we do have to make sure that the elevated highway goes directly in between the roundabout and the other highway. So the elevated highway is going straight through the middle. And just something I want to quickly say is throughout the video, I don't think I show it in the video here, but throughout the whole time, I constantly checked to make sure that the trucks and cars and vans, they can all fit in underneath other roads. So I don't want there to be any overlapping. So I did make sure that everything fits. So I just wanted to point that out, and you'll see why in a minute, because everything gets a little bit hectic with roads going here, there. Oh my god, it gets crazy. It really does. I would not like to drive through there without a GPS. I'm just gonna say that. So this is the elevated highway. This one carries a lot of traffic throughout here. So what we need to do with this guy is we need to give him direct access. And so this is why the elevated highway is going to be, well, it's elevated, but it's not going to be directly connected to the roundabout. So like I said, the roundabout is for the local traffic, right? The roundabout is for local traffic, and then the elevated highway has only slip lanes. So the slip lanes from the elevated highway go directly to either the entrance or the exit lanes. So it doesn't mix in with any of the local traffic because the local traffic is slow. The local traffic has to go through the roundabout, which can be just, cars coming in and out. You have to slow down a bit. Whereas for the elevated highway, you can see I'm doing slip lanes that go directly off. So all of these slip lanes bypass the roundabout. So, and obviously since we're going from a highway to the elevated highway, they're two highways. So I want to make sure that they do have a nice smooth transition and there's not really any waiting times or anything crisscrossing and things like that. I didn't want there to be anything at all that's going to, bother them at all. So I wanted to make it as smooth as possible. And that's why, I don't know if you caught it, you can only see it quickly sometimes, but coming off the highway, there'll be two lanes and then the two lanes split. So one of those lanes will go to the roundabout and the other one will go directly to or from the elevated highway. Hopefully I said that right because there's a lot going on. So you can see now we're starting to get a bit squished in here, right? It's getting a bit squished. So we have, I had to make sure that there's enough room for trucks and vans, and especially that donut truck, because that donut truck, that donut sticks right out. This part right here gets a little bit messy, you guys. So it comes around here. I update this little part here so they can merge, and then it goes back to one lane. So just keeping it simple. See, there's two lanes there. The two lanes split, and then it goes back together. So there's a lot going on, but you guys will get a better look at it really soon when I go over it a little bit more in detail. You guys can get a slower look at it just to see how it all functions as well. And I'm trying at this point to make everything really close together because I don't want to, if we have a lot of lanes going everywhere, it's going to really easily look messy, and just we don't want it to look messy because it won't fit in with the city. So we need to make sure everything is really close by, and of course we need to update all of the lanes as well because obviously we have two lanes coming in and out. So you need to make sure you have enough lanes. So sometimes it's 4 lanes, sometimes it's 5 lanes in this case, and I'm just connecting everything up to make sure that they utilize the exact lane so there's no crisscrossing, and the transition is really easy so they can just drive in and out. You can see right now they're just driving straight in, straight out, not really slowing down too much, and it's just really easy. So definitely if you are doing a highway interchange, you will need to do, you need to do this. You'll need to manage the connections, the lane connections, and that can be found in the this mod right here. So make sure you have that, you guys. It's really, really helpful and really beneficial. Trust me, you do need it. Alright you guys, so just before I do all of the finalizing and the detailing, things like that, let's just go through and make sure that I have actually put everything right, because there's a lot of lanes. This is either one of the best, you know, intersections I've done or one of the ugliest. So let's make sure, but I'm mostly concerned about this road going through here. So we need to make sure that there's road access from either side coming in and out. So let's make sure. So first of all, so let's go on this side. So this one needs to go along here. And then if they want to go up into the highway, they have this one, which then connects up there and goes that way. And then if they want to come back, actually no, if this one wants to go the opposite way, so this one would go, you know, goes up through here underneath and then goes along this lane around, and then up on this single lane, comes around, connects, and then up into there. Great, okay, so that's good. So this side of the elevated road has proper access, so that one is all good. Now this side, let's have a look. Okay, so this one we have this one here which comes straight in, so that one is done. And then this one up here which comes down here, breaks off, goes all the way around, round, and in there we go. So I wanted to make sure that the elevated road, all of those have direct highway access through slip lanes. So all of the roads that are from the highway, from this mini highway going directly to the highway, yeah, slip lanes. And I didn't want them to go through the roundabout, oval roundabout down here, because this is actually going to be a lot slower. And since obviously this is a highway, I want to keep them at a speed that is quite fast, whereas down here there's going to be a lot of traffic that is crisscrossing around. There's going to be waiting times, traffic entering, exiting all in front of you, and that's not really what you want if you're going from highway to highway. So all of the highway roads have direct access. Yes, okay, so I think it is mostly good, but we also, in case I didn't show, we have this highway interchange up here, and then this one down here. There's not one over there, but there is this one down here, which is actually having a bit of an issue. Might be the morning rush still, but yeah, this one is looking pretty over the top. Yeah, and then also one other thing, originally this road here went straight across here because I was going to really fill in this area, but I think having this road going over the top is actually a little bit too much, because the road here, this one is already quite high. So I think if we had to bring this one across, you know, it would probably have to start being elevated from here, and then it's going to have all this empty space here, empty space, then go even higher over to this point, and then come all the way over to here. So I think having that one going across was just a little bit too much extra, so hopefully we don't need that. The reason why I wanted to do that one was because I wanted to take the stress off of this road here. Yeah, I think it is the morning rush, because there's a lot of traffic going through and around here right now. Must be. But anyway, yeah, so you can see this is already going a lot better, because before there was waiting times, they were all backing up along here. One thing that I may or may not improve in the future, so a lot of them going this way, they want to go up and straight up onto here. So I probably should have gave them a bit of a better turn, because this is a little bit sharp here. You can see they have to slow right down, and I may actually update this lane to either 2 lanes or even 3 lanes, but probably 2 lanes is better, because it is the main way that they want to go. So a lot of them aren't going up around this way and back around. A lot of them are just going up here and left. So you want to always cater for where the main amount of traffic is going, and it might be better. But the reason why I put it up there was because I was trying to make it look more compact, but I think we might change it from here going just straight up through there. Yeah, but it might ruin the look. So, but I mean, it's still working fine. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like that. But in the future, if it does become a little bit bad, I can just put a road directly through there and make a nice, easy, faster curve for them. Okay, and then in terms of everything else, I think we have everything. So we have the entrance, obviously this is going the right way, the oval roundabout. So we have the exit going back up onto here. We have the entrance coming down. Is that connected? Yes, it's connected there. And then we come over here, we have the exit going all the way up here, great. And we have this one coming down here and connecting, a little bit of an overlap there, so we'll fix that up in a second. I actually really like this part here, it's so busy, you've got stuff coming in and out. And yeah, it's quite messy now, but I'll adjust everything, put in some detailing, and I'll show you guys the final look. Hope you guys like it.